Hello and welcome to Pragyan IAS. Keeping in view the effects of COVID-19 on the nation's economy, Prime Minister Narendra Modi on 12th May 2020 announced Atmanirbhar Bharat Abhiyan. The detailed description about the Abhiyan was given by Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman on 13th May 2020. This topic is particularly important for the prelims. Economic stimulus package worth Rs 20 lakh crore, which is equal to India's 10% GDP, is announced to achieve economic self-reliance. The movement will be based on 5 pillars, which are economy, infrastructure, technology-driven system, vibrant demography, and demand. First, we are going to analyze its impacts and benefits for poor, women, and workers, as they are the most disadvantaged groups. Pradhan Mantri Garib Kalyan package focuses on providing the poor financial assistance, food security, and other benefits. The Abhiyan aimed at providing the financial assistance to economically weaker sections of the society. 20 crore women Jan Dhan account holders will be benefited as they will be getting Rs 500 per month for the next 3 months. The rise in Manrega wage from Rs 182 to Rs 202 will benefit more than 13 crore families. Rs 2000 will be paid to more than 8 crore farmers under existing Pradhan Mantri Kisan Yojana. 5 crore workers registered under Employee Provident Fund to get non-refundable advance of 75% of the amount or 3 months of the wages, whichever is lower from their accounts. Which means the registered workers can withdraw 75% of their EPF amount or equivalent 3 months wages, whichever is lower. Rs 1000 to be provided to 3 crore poor senior citizens, widows and Divyangs as a moral obligation. Now talking about the food security issues, there are various measures which are taken to ensure the food security, such as providing 5 kg wheat or rice per person, also 1 kg pulses per household for the 3 months. Gas cylinders free of cost provided to 8 crore poor families for 3 months again. There are several other benefits which include insurance cover of Rs 50 lakh per health workers. Building and Construction Workers Welfare Fund will be used to provide relief to workers. Limit of collateral free lending to be increased from 10 to 20 lakhs for women self-help groups, supporting more than 6 crore households. This will help them to expand their business without any financial hindrances. The District Mineral Foundation, which works towards the benefit and interest of the persons affected due to the mining activity, also allocated funds for supplementing and augmenting facilities of medical testing, screening to fight against COVID-19. Now, we will look into the impact of this Atmanirbhar Bharat Abhiyan on MSMEs, that is, micro, small and medium establishments. MSME sector is the backbone of Indian economy, and since they have been badly hit due to the COVID-19, thus they need special attention in order to ensure their growth, and several steps are taken in this regard under ABA mission. First, the definitions for MSMEs needs to be revised. Low threshold in MSME definition is one of the major reasons for their hampered growth. Keeping this in mind, the investment limit will be revised upward as it will boost up the investments in these enterprises. The annual turnover is added as additional criteria along with the investments. Also, the distinctions between manufacturing and services enterprises has been eliminated. Experts suggest that the new definition would drive the growth of the MSME sector and help to make it self-reliant, hence fulfilling the agenda of Atmanirbhar Bharat Abhiyan. Second, 3 lakh crore collateral-free automatic loans for business including MSMEs. Due to the severe impacts of COVID-19 on manufacturing and other activities of businesses, MSMEs, a decision to provide emergency credit line to businesses and MSMEs from bank and NBFCs up to 20% of their entire outstanding credit as on 29th February 2020 is taken. The briefs of the decisions are 100% credit guarantee cover to banks and NBFCs on principal and interest. Interest to be capped at 9.25% for banks and financial institutions and at 14% for NBFCs. 4-year tenor and 12-month moratorium on principal repayment on loan. Borrowers with up to 25 crore outstandings and 100 crore turnover are eligible. No guarantee fee or fresh collateral are required and the scheme can be availed till 31st October 2020. This will have a positive impact on the economy and support its revival. Are one of the major hindrances in economic growth. To tackle this situation, the Government of India will provide Rs 20,000 crore as subordinate debt, which is likely to benefit 2 lakh MSMEs. Government will provide a support of Rs 4,000 crore to CGTMSE, which in turn will provide partial credit guarantee support to banks. CGTMSE, also known as Credit Guarantee Funds Trust for Micro and Small Enterprises, is a government initiative by the Ministry of MSME in association with SIDBI. CGTMSE provides a credit guarantee to those lending institutions which are responsible for providing loans to the MSMEs. Promoters of the MSME will be given debt by banks which they will infuse as equity in the unit as stressed MSMEs need equity support. Third, Rs 20,000 crore subordinate debt for stressed MSMEs. Fourth, 50,000 crore equity infusion for MSMEs through fund of since MSMEs face severe shortages of equity due to their expansion. So to tackle this situation, Rs 50,000 crore equity is to be infused for MSMEs through fund of funds, which is to be operated through mother fund and few daughter funds, which implies Rs 50,000 crore will be a large fund or mother fund which is to be distributed into subordinate funds, that is daughter funds. Fund of funds is a pooled investment fund that invests in FOF is a pooled investment fund that invests in other types of funds. This equity funding will provide MSMEs with growth potential and viability. It will help to expand MSME size and capacity and will also encourage them to get listed on main board of stock exchange, which was earlier limited to large companies. Disallowance of global tenders up to Rs 200 crores. Global tenders will be disallowed in government procurement tenders up to Rs 200 crores. This simply means that the Union government will not buy goods or services valued less than Rs 200 crore from foreign suppliers. This attempt is to protect the MSMEs from unfair foreign competition and create assured demand for their goods and services. To ensure this disallowment, the government has notified amendments to the General Financial Rules 2017. Other interventions for MSMEs. Since MSMEs are currently facing problems of marketing and liquidity due to COVID-19, so the steps taken are: first, to ease liquidity requirements, government have been continuously monitoring the settlement of dues to MSME vendors from government as well as central public sector undertakings. Also, the receivable due to MSME from government and CPSEs are to be released in 45 days. To facilitate marketing requirements, an e-market linkage for MSMEs is provided to act as a replacement for physical trade fairs and exhibitions. Fintech will be used to enhance transaction-based lending using the data generated by the e-marketplace. So this is all for today. We will continue with the next part.